Well, good day, Tube. Look, I lost some fur. I sure did. It was due. Anyways, today we're going to do a little bit of work on this feller. And I want to see if I can get some of the coolant drained out of the radiator, and should kind of sort of, well, it won't drain a whole lot out of the block. Shouldn't anyways. It should take it down to, well, it might drain a little bit out, but it'll probably stop when it's at the higher height there. And then I want to see if I can get this one to work again. Maybe take the radiator off if I can get it all drained out nice, because I want to clean all that off so I can get in here and see what's really going on with the that mess in there. This pin. So let's see if this little valve will open. I brought a little funnel just to maybe catch a little extra more. We'll see if we need it or not, but let's get you on the tripod here and we'll see if we can get this little valve to still work. Alright, that's about as low as I can get you. I wish I could get lower myself. We better pop the cap off this guy. And yeah, that should work. Should work. And let's see if she's even gonna crack open. Oh, look at there. I can hardly believe that. I can hardly believe that actually still works. And shuts off still. Woo, she's flowing now. I want to get a sample here too of it. This is a fresh, clean bottle, so there's actually some pretty good pressure there. She's just going like crazy. It's actually going to overflow the thing. Slow her down a bit. We'll just go a bit slower there maybe. Wow. That's kind of surprising that that's still working. I can't believe it. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have that much luck with the one on the side of the engine, but hey, you never know. I was surprised at this one. Well, that's good. It'd be nice to get this radiator off and have that all nice and refreshed. And I will probably put new coolant in it. I just want to get a color of this stuff, see what it looks like. Let's just close this off again for a moment because it still works, and I'll grab another little jar or something here we can see. Alright, I just got this little container. I just want to get a little sample of this here and we can have a little better look at the color, because the bottle I'm dumping into is she's a bit dirty. I'll just take a sample here and then show you guys. It's not bad though, but it's not clean new, right? I might be able to get away filtering it, maybe, I don't know. I don't know whether I should do that or not. I want that drain. Make the gurgly noises. I'll get you off the tripod here. And that's what come out of it, so it's not super dirty stuff, but I think I'll get some new stuff to put in them. Oh, there's a bit of scrime coming now. I can see the scrimey stuff. See the lines of dirt coming out now? So yeah, this stuff's pretty dirty. It's funny, it must have been floating dirt. We'll let that drain. Looks like she's almost done. Cap's off, so yeah, look at the dirt coming out now. Pretty slimy. Ew. Alright, I haven't got the jar under here. It's still dripping at the front there, but oops, sorry. We'll see if we can get this guy to break a bit loose here too. And this one's a little more important here. Oh geez, sorry. Oh, it's moving, but oh, that's tight. Oh yeah, I think it'll be alright. Now there'll be a little bit in the block here too, so I'm going to have to, it's still dripping at the front there. Let's just see if this is going to flow a bit. I see a bit of dampness there. Yeah, okay. think we'll maybe be all right there. It feels like it's good and tight anyway, so I'll let that finish dripping up there. And then this should pretty much drain the rest of it out, I think. So you got to get this off because I want to get the starter off. So when we split this, it's not binding up on that ring gear in there, so there's nothing wrong there. Now I've got that new starter too. Probably should jab it on afterwards. This one still seemed to be working pretty good. All it was, I found, remember we did that video and all we did was clean up the starter button in here. All we did was clean this thing up and then it seemed to work perfect. So I'm gonna maybe just keep running on with that for now, but these things are a bit of a pain to get off. You got to take these, there's 2 bolts, one there and one there on the other side. You have to take those off, and then hopefully the thing doesn't fall apart on you as you're pulling out this great big long starter shaft on the inside here. So you got to try to hold her all together. It's a bit of a struggle, a bit of a fight, but take this guy out, and then I'm gonna try not to have to break this guy off of the block here. Really don't want to have to because it's pretty tight in there. It's hard to get that out. And yeah, I don't know. The bolts I know don't go too far into the casing here. They only go in a little bit past the end here, so it might not be so bad, but yeah, it's gonna still suck, I think. So she's still dribbling up front there. I could probably shut that off now, I think. We'll see if we can get this to drain out. Okay, that's fantastic that I really can't get it close enough because I've got the jack underneath, so I'm holding it by hand, pushing over. Oh geez, that's not where I wanted you guys to go. Hold on. There, I've got to lock the tripod up. Okay, so I gotta push it over and hold it here so it'll hopefully mostly all dribble into this guy. It might squirt right out at me here, I don't know. I'm not gonna turn it on too much, but ooh, that's pretty dirty in there, isn't it? Ooh, there must be some blockages. Misa thinking. Now if I get my little screwdriver out, this will probably make it run down here and run all over me. Oh, there she comes. There she goes. We lost a little bit. Figured we had a bit of a blockage there. Holy shnikes. Holy jeez. There. Turn her down a little bit. Whew. Well, there's a little bit on the floor, but we didn't do too bad there. Should have had it turned the other way, like that maybe, but anyways, that's alright. We didn't lose a whole lot. Got all over my hands too. It isn't really a good thing for your hands, but glad I didn't pull out the dipstick yet because we would have had some in there. That wouldn't be so good. But anyways, we'll let this guy drain. It shouldn't take super too long, but this will get us low enough that we can get the lower rad hose off. Shouldn't be much leakage there, and then it'll allow me as well to get that upper head rose, yeah, rad hose off, so I can get a new one for there. Whenever we hook her back up. What is wrong with that chicken? Poor chicken. Get some new hose clamps too, maybe for it. These actually look like fairly oldish clamps. The way that screw is on there, they've probably been on there a wee while, so I'll get some fresh ones for it. And yeah, like they've been painted on there even too, right? So that's good. But anyways, there's some gooey stuff probably coming out here now, so this coolant will be not much good. So we'll leave it out for the neighborhood, the wild animals to have a drink maybe. No, I'm just kidding. No, don't do that. That'll kill them. Probably be dead before they walked away. But it is nice and sweet. That's what they get attracted to, right? So into the jug we go. We did lose a little bit down there. I don't know if you can see or not, but that's all right. So this is the one step to get this front end pulled apart here, but I want to get the rad off too and get that all disconnected. Hopefully I can get all that today done. And yeah, we should be good. So I should be able to crack this open a little more now. I wish I could just let this kind of sit here, but I'm gonna have to hold her for another few minutes. Oh yeah, there's lots of dirt coming out there now. Look at she needs a flush out. Oh yeah, look at the dirt coming out. She might be bunging up again in the hole there, maybe. See that mucky stuff coming out? That's not good. Oh, real dirt stuff now. Okay, that actually might stay there on its own now. That's good. I can get in there maybe and... yeah, it's just dribbling now, so that will be good. We'll let her dribble. I don't know what that chicken's freaking out about today, but something bothering her. We're gonna see if we can get this top rad hose off of here now. Yeah, this would have been a tight fit here, trying to get this off with, because the tank comes down and it kind of shrouds that a lot. So that would have probably sucked trying to get that off. That one's coming loose. Those clamps are actually probably still perfect. They've been on there that long. But I think I've got new ones. Now this won't be dry, but there shouldn't be anything come out of here. Should be alright. It's going to be probably a fight to get it right off of here. And yeah, this is definitely something you'd want to do. I don't know why there's a random zip tie on here. I didn't put that on, so we will snip that off. And I'll have to see if I can get a chunk of rad hose. This is the easier one to get. The other one's actually like a bent one. It's got a almost a 90-degree bend in it. So let's see here. Oh yeah, that's on good, but she'll come loose. Oh, look her, looky there. Isn't that nice? Beautiful, she's off. And that still might have got another 50 years, who knows? But we'll get a new one of them. I don't know what's down in here, but it looks pretty dirty, like it needs a flushing out. Which we could do that. It's pretty dirty. Yeah, we better try to get that guy flushed out at some point there. I don't know if I can do that in here though. Today, I guess the water will run out eventually. But I don't know if this little valve down here is going to have enough flow to kind of take a garden hose up to the top there, right? Unless I try to get that little valve out of there and just let her puke out the side, we'll say. Boy, there isn't much holding these radiators on here. Look at how floppy this is. Take that hose off, there's not much holding it. Just the mount bolts, I guess, underneath here. It's something. Have to look at that too now, I guess. So, have to get this bottom hose off, I guess, here too. I'll zoom yours back out. This guy here needs to come off. Yeah, if I wasn't going to have any luck with those, that little valve down there, I was seriously just going to in the side of her. There we go. I can just stay there. Ooh, there's a bit of junk in there still. Yeah, that probably should have a cleaning. Interesting. Which means getting the garden hose and flushing and letting her drain out. Should be alright. Okay. Now I gotta see what we got holding this rat on. She's just about ready to peel off of here, I think. Well, this ought to make it interesting for extraction. I don't know what they got going on here. There's a hex bolt though, or something. And then over here, I don't know what the heck this is. This is like a, I don't know. It's kind of like a cut on it to, you know, get a wrench onto it, but that's going to be interesting, I think. I have no clue what that thing even is in there, but an 11/16 is too big, a 5/8 is too small, an 18 is too big. I don't have a 17, but my 16 is too small, so I might have to go see if I can find myself a 17 mil. It might fit that. I don't know, the new radiator comes with studs that come out of the radiator, and then it came with nuts too, which is good. So everything's good there for that. But I'm gonna have to probably figure out some rubber mount stuff here or something. That one looks okay. This one looks like it's a bit demolished. So I'll have to figure out something like that. I'm gonna try to get this one out here, I guess. Holy cow. Well, I'm assuming that is probably gonna be an SAE size, but what size? It's a 5/8. Okay. Come on now, let go. Oh, that one turned off. Oh, or broke off. Yeah, probably broke off. Oh, this was sure cobbled up. Some kind of, wow, barely even holding on. Well, now this one I'm going to have to go see if I can get a 17 mil for to get into this one. And then she should pull right off. It's either that or I'm going to have to try to get in there underneath it with my Sawzall maybe and cut that thing off of there. Try it, probably not in very far, but I just don't want to try the, this one will be too small. The 11/16s, it's probably too big, but it might turn. But now what do you do when you get to the corner here? That's still not going to turn. Oh, he's jumping like who on earth and why on earth would they jam in? Something like that. And that's probably about as far as I'm going to be able to turn that. Wow, that is... How did they tighten that up? That's probably why it's not all tight all the way. I don't know, can you guys see that? It's not tight all the way, so... Wow. I guess, you know, that's all we got there, Fred. Jammer in. We gotta get that field plowed, right? Well, I got to work at this feller. I don't know, I might have to just get in there and cut her, or vice grips maybe underneath, turn it. I mean, it's turning. I mean, it's not terrible bad, but I can only get so far there. I gotta get some vice grips. Let's see old Vicey. Vicey get you off? Come on, Vicey. Oh, Vicey. I love you, Vicey. Probably goes in like 500 miles. I think we're gonna win though. Oh, she's getting looser. Oh, geez. Oh yeah, buddy. That's gonna probably fall off and hit me. Fight me right till the end though, aren't you? Yep, I just can't get in there to get leverage. Oh, maybe we can get her. I can't believe this radiator never leaked though. That's freaking amazing. There's lots of holes plugged in it though. That's from the chaff and stuff. That's actually, I don't know what that kind of bolt that is, but it's still pretty good. Got you out anyways, you're done now there, bud. Alright, let's pick her off of here and we'll see how these rubbers are. I don't know, I might have to try to make something new. Alrighty. Take the cap off, I guess. I don't really need to that outside. We'll pull this guy off of here now. There we go. Oh yeah, that got us open up a lot there. That's good. Now we gotta fight this shroud off of here too to get, I'm gonna have to spray that, I think, and let them sit for a while with some pen fluid. But now we can see this, and gosh, I hope this bushing is just like totally gone in here. There's well, there's some rubbers there. Whew, I don't know what kind of rubber that was, but still rubbery. But yeah, look at this. That's the pin we got to get out of here. How the heck am I gonna get that out of there? Oh my goodness. How the heck does that actually come out of there? That is a good question. Oh boy, I hope I don't have to take this, I'm gonna have to take this front whole piece off of here, I think, to get that feller off. Better take these off or I lose them. So what I'm referring to is this whole front piece, I think, will have to come off of here. This whole like pan front piece will likely have to come off. And that should, boy, that's going to be seizured in there real good. How the heck does that new pin go in there then? Wow. Holy wow. I guess this is the jam nut thing here, maybe. Goes through and pushes on that pin, so if I loosen that. If I can loosen that. Sides over there, they seem to be all about the 5/8, 11/16 stuff. It's pretty close. Wow. Okay, let's get you on the tripod here again. Alright, it doesn't look like they used the jam nut part of this, which is probably not a super good thing, but it's loose. That's good. That's good. I believe that's all that really holds that pin on. I don't think there's any other adjustment. But now if I can get this off and then get this front plate off of here, I hope it actually isn't part of the front of the engine. I don't think so. But it is nutted and bolted from both sides. And that'll allow me to get, hopefully, well, I don't know, this is going to be seized right on here. I should probably get some pen fluid down in that little thing there. Because this is the pin here that I got to try to get out. And there's a pin that I ordered actually, and then a bushing. And a bushing that goes in there to hold this thing. I guess it's the way it's supposed to be. This is all riveted on the front here, so it wouldn't come off there. Wow, it's going to be a bit more disassembly than I kind of figured. But they're all nutted and bolted too. So I'm going to need, ooh, that's going to be fun getting those ones in behind the actual axle here. Okay, that's something for me to work at. Maybe I won't probably film that, but I'll start filming once we get her kind of off here. I was kind of thinking of getting a different fan too, to one to draw through instead of pushing out. This one actually is bent a little bit somewhere in a couple of places. The big fan here, there's a couple of fins that are bent, and I think it's actually this part here that's bent itself, but need to get it off and get a look at it. But anyways, looks like I got a lot more disassembly here. I wasn't kind of expecting. I was kind of expecting in behind here, because I think the new one has like a place for a bolt to go in there to hold it. So hopefully this is, oh boy, hopefully I ordered the right one. I'm kind of wondering now. Wow, there's a lot of play in this thing. Let's get you a look at the front of that before I start taking it apart more here. Okay, let's wiggle her here a bit. tell there's a lot of play in that. Oh my goodness. Nothing like some more work. Right? Oh well. Alright, I think I am close to separation here. I got one more bolt to take off. It's loose, all the other ones are out. I got this jack handle, of course, I got to work around now. Actually might be able to, if I can get that little nut out of there, handle it. Gotta work. Don't lose the nut. Special nut for that. Okay, one more bolt. Got you guys way back there in case this thing falls. It shouldn't. It's being supported by that jack. And this nut is definitely loose, but there's one bolt I couldn't kind of get out there too easily. So, and this one too is going to be fun. Oh, fun. Oh, fun. Might be able to skip it. I wish I had 2 people for this. Might actually jack it up a little bit. There we go. That should hopefully get off here. Now, I have to say I wish I had 2 people for this because I know these stabilizer arms, maybe we better go this way. They're just going to fall. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. She's rolling. Not steering too well, but she's rolling. Okay, you turn now. You gotta steer this way a bit. Well, that's not exactly how I wanted it to come apart. Getting that together might be more interesting. There we go. Wow, is that ever wore out? Oh, holy. Sorry for you had to stare at my butt a whole bunch there, but wow, is this thing ever wore out? Holy cow. Now I gotta figure out how the heck you get this out of here. I'm gonna have to probably heat this up, I bet. Both sides, I should be able to drive that pin through. But boy, I hope it's the bushing that's just really wore and not the actual housing here, as that would be bad. Wow, is that ever... I mean, that's supposed to pivot this way. That's a given, okay? But it's not supposed to go this way. Holy shnikes. Wow. I don't know if I'm going to get to that today, but well, if you wanted to get that oil pan off, you got to take this front off, just like that, because it's all bolted into there, and this is the actual top front of the oil pan here. Wowee, that's insane. That's a lot of work, but. So why I'm doing this, of course, is to fix this pin and this bushing in here. Hopefully it works. I also need to get this fixed so it's more solid up here when I split that tractor. So, but yeah, it looks like we got a front seal leak in here too. It's got some dribbles. So you'd have to pop off the oil pan to get that. I'm not probably going to worry about that too much right now because I don't think it's actually losing a whole pile. There is some loss there though, but yeah, to get this feller off, whew, wow. It would be nice if I could get this apart Just take this one bar in. I had to take all these off, I guess. Take that off and then get it. I really don't want to take too much apart here, but I can probably get her outside. I might actually get the Mini X and hook some straps or something. Pick it right up and take it outside to heat it. Because I believe that's what I'm going to have to do. There's something of whatever's left of the bushing in there. Gosh, I hope it's just really wore out bad. And there's the other side of that pin. It doesn't look like fun. Looks like I'll be heating her. Heat's amazing. I'll just heat up all around here. Now that's cast iron too, I think, so I'm going to have to be careful of that. I might get a big socket and just try hitting her, see if it moves at all. I'm going to get some pen fluid in there. It should be greasy enough on the back, I would think, but I'll give her a good spray here. Let her soak for a while. Well, I got my seal driver punch kit here. It's not kind of really what it's meant for, but I'm just going to lightly give it some smacking. We'll see if we get any movement on that pin at all or not. Spray her up with some stuff. Boy, I don't know. I don't think she's gonna move. Not without some heat to her. It might be moving a little bit though. Maybe not. Wow. She might need some warming up. Kind of thinking. I think it's moved though. Just want to make sure that this isn't going to get jammed in there whenever we get in. It should have some play there, but starting to get a little bit tight in there. Okay. Don't really want to get this part jammed in, so we'll maybe switch to another one that's marring that up pretty good too. Wow. Probably should get a socket. I think that would be a little bit safer. These are just aluminum, right? So shouldn't probably be using these guys. So I'll get my socket set up here to big feller and see if we can do any more damage to her today. Well, looky there, you guys just missed the UPS man. I think he might have brought us some parts. Now, I don't know if I'm quite ready yet to put this thing together again today. I still got to get her apart, but I got my socket. I can't tell you what size, but we'll look at that in a second. Got the socket, and we're just going to pop this box open quick here. And hopefully it's a pin and a bushing. Now that's pretty bad because, you know, I get parts from Steiner Tractor, which this is. Of course, you guys know that. And then, pardon me, and then I get some parts from that Fix the Ford, which is Gen Sales. And I'm still waiting on those parts for the for that front end. And apparently they're here. They're held up in customs in Toronto. Ugh. So I'm not too happy of that. That's a pretty crappy frickin' circumstance there to have some parts stuck in customs, and there's no explanation why. But anyways. So let's see. Someone left a comment that Steiner was out of cowtails. They always send you those cowtails, right? Well, let's have a look-see. It's not true. There's some gross cowtails in there. These, I don't know, some people like them. They're not bad when you chew them for the first about 3 minutes, and if you don't swallow and get rid of them, if you chew them a bit longer, which you kind of feel like you want to, they're just nasty. Well, there's the new pin. That is definitely a lot different. I don't know what the deal is with this because I got nothing like that. And there's the bushing that goes between the actual axle and boy, I hope this is right. They don't seem to list anything else for it, so that should go there. And then you tighten this guy down and it kind of rotates on this, but grease this fella up, I guess, when we put her back together. And we'll drive on. So what is this? Oh, that's just their advertising stuff. That looks like about it. Let's have a look at this thing. See if we can get this other pin out. Alright, hopefully I can drive this out of here without wrecking stuff. I'd really hate to wreck this piece of cast. Boy, oh boy, where would you ever find that again? I mean, it is fairly beefy. Pretty thick, really. So I found an 1.25 inch socket. Should fit in there pretty good. So let's give her some hammering. We're putting an 1/8 inch in right now. Oh, geez, that came real fast. Ow. Oh. That thing frickin' let go. And my frickin' wrist right there. Right there, smacked right on the edge of that frickin' thing. There's swear words I want to say right now. Okay, what do we got going on here? I think we're going to have to hit her a little more yet. So that pin drops out. That's that. Oh, my wrist is just killing right now. Wow, is that ever? We're going to have to clean that up and look at that pin. Oh, I really need to clean this whole piece up. I think I'm going to take it down to my parts washer before we put it back together. There's no bushing left. Oh, let's look at that too. Now, I'm concerned that stuff's not going to fit back together right here. Let me grab these new parts. I'm concerned that this is extremely wore out. Oh, but it's not bad. Okay, that part's not bad. There's a bit of wear down here. I can see a pretty good gap. This might move. Like that. That's been wearing so long there. Can you guys see that gap in there? Let's try to move you without making you sick. Okay, can you see the gap underneath there? Quite a gap under there. Oh boy. Well, I don't know if I can find that piece or not. That's any better than the one I got, but let's try fitting the pin through this piece. It should be tight in here. And this is definitely different. It's even a bit shorter maybe. That pin's got a pile of wear in it though. Seems good there, and then make my knee out of the way. Well, that'll be all right there. It's a good tight fit. Yeah, that's going to take some beating. Wow, I can't believe that's all that's left of that bushing. I'll send a picture of that to my stepdad. It's like razor sharp here. Listen, you can hear the... Oh. Let's take that inside and have a look at her. I'm basically moments away from a pretty good rain coming here, so we're going to close this up for today. I'm going to take that down and wash that part though. Should almost paint it too, but I don't know. Wow, there's some wear for sure on that guy. But anyways, that's something for us to work on. I don't know what to do about this, so I almost need to try to round it out more and get another bushing insert in there or something, but I'll find another new piece of that. This piece would be pretty much impossible to find. The bushing piece here. And that piece would be really tough to find. They're probably the same on the 9 end, 2 ends, 8 ends. They'd be all the same. But boy, I don't know. Well, let's go inside here and we'll have a look at this. Have a look at this pin. Well, that's all that's left of that bush in the old one. That'd be probably the original one. I doubt anybody's ever had that apart. But like just razor sharp on the corner there. Holy cow. And then that's the good side of the pin. And this is the part that wore into the pin. So that's not good. I think we'll be alright though, but that's not good. But anyways, I think before I put this all back together, I'm going to, you know what? That's barely long enough. Wow. That's not going to be probably too good. That's not so good. I don't know if I like that or not. I wonder if I got rid of this little flange. That would give me a little more, but not very much. Go away, bugs. And that's going to hit tight there. Boy, I don't like that because that's not really in that other piece a whole lot. And that is the only one that they list. And it's actually too short. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Boy, I'd hate to have to do a bunch of... What a thing. That's still gonna flop a lot though. That's the problem with that thing. That's not... Go away, mosquito. It's not very good in there. I don't really like that. I don't know if there's something else that I can maybe wedge in there to take up that extra space. I have some copper strips I can maybe jam in there first, kind of thing, and that might take up that extra play. Because it's kind of pointless doing this if this thing's going to be flopping around still like that. Yeah, that's not so good. I don't like that. That's too short. That's really weird. That's what they list for the 8N, 9N, 2Ns. And then we can put this guy back in, I guess. Into there. If I can get her started. There we go. Jam that to hold that pin, but I don't know if I like that being that short. Because that will sit flush there, and then she's only about halfway into that thing. Well, that's not so good, I don't think. What to do? What to do? I mean, I guess it'll jam in both sides a little bit there, so it'll probably be fine, but this thing definitely needs some cleaning up. Look at the mung layer in there. Holy, it's like thickness. I don't really have a good scraping tool with me right here, but I don't really want it all over the floor here either, but oh, it's maybe not as bad as I thought. There's enough there though, but I wouldn't mind getting that piece cleaned up a little bit maybe, and then I'll clean in behind here too and keep an eye on that if it's leaking. Well, that would take the whole pan off, I guess, there. And I don't know if it's the top one leaking, but there's like a rope seal in those things, in that valley where that where that pulley goes through like this on both sides. It's like a rope pulley or a rope seal kind of stuff. It's a bit weird, but I guess it worked for a lot of years. But I guess that's about as far as I can go today. I just want to do some more researching on this pin. I don't really like that. That seems like it's not the right one. And even if you tried to get her, no, you wouldn't go this way because that would be too close to the front of the pulley then. But yeah, not far off. What? Probably darn near 1/4 inch off. I think this is maybe wore into this a little bit too, maybe, but it shouldn't have moved the pin. That was a pretty good tight fit. I think it's okay. I think it's all right. Riveted this part on, eh? The radiator support's all riveted on. That's interesting. But anyways, that's about as far as I can go, I guess, right now until I get this part cleaned up. And then figure out what we're gonna do for the bushing here. I might, I mean, this seems to fit nice in here. If I can get some kind of extra bushing material and get it wedged in there, that would help. Yeah, take up this extra space here. I got some stuff I could probably use for that. Jam that in there and then slap her back together. That should hold her tight. Grease her up real good. There's no grease fitting on these things, which is kind of silly. They should have a fitting. They should have something there, but then you'd have to make sure the hole lined up, right? So it would get some grease in there. But I'll grease her up real good when I put her back together and drive on. So anyways, I guess that's it for today. It was a pretty good day's work. A little more progress to her. She looks a bit sad right now. It's going to be fun trying to get this thing back together, but we shall do what we can with what we have. But anyways, thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later. And you guys have a good day. Holy jumping, what a mess.